of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Is it Shady?
No, Shady isn't back. Shady never left.
That's debatable.
You know, are you early Eminem fan or late Eminem fan? We're not here to talk about Eminem. We're here to talk about Bookworm.
I'm an early Eminem fan.
Me too, to be honest. We're here to talk about Bookworm Games. They reached their goal for their Kickstarter for the quest chests, and now they're reaching for stretch goals.
They reached it in the first 12 hours. That's insane.
So thank you to you guys that listen to us.
I think
and
the products speak for themselves,
Absolutely.
and I think it's well-deserved, Bookworm.
Absolutely. We love you, Bookworm. Go to their Kickstarter. Still got a little bit of time, about a week to pledge. You can get a whole bunch of other things like puzzles, riddles, other fun things, more coins. So jump on in and pledge to them. And we'd also like to thank our very own brand new patrons.
Our patrons, our beautiful patrons, It's Just Vez and Apracrez. Thank you for joining our Patreon.
We appreciate you. Keep an eye out for a whole bunch of goodies, for some behind the scenes, some hidden podcast stuff, and
some recipes.
Some recipes.
Some Danielle recipes.
Some Danielle recipes.
She cooks a lot of chicken in that one. It's concerning.
It's kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Never mind.
Thank you all. We appreciate you. We love you. Bye.
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Oh, welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. I got one in before anyone thought there is. Yay.
Oh my God.
My itty bitty titties have a committee. It's a pity they're so shitty. I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Nice, hello. I'm good. Just realized I'm tired.
This is how I condition you. I ask you every time how you doing, and then once I don't, and you go,
What's going on?
how are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. That's very good.
How are you?
I'm good. Maybe in the break we can get you like a Guinness or something to pep you right up.
That actually would be lovely.
Run down the street or something.
Yeah, we don't have any Guinness in the house.
We can go run up the street or something.
Okay.
We'll take a decent break. Yes, we're still in the middle of our big old recording session. We're here with the usual suspects, Danielle Butlin,
Hello.
Daelyn Lester-Serafini,
Hey.
Michael Briganti, Hercules Maze,
Nuts in my mouth.
Hercules,
Whoa.
baby.
Pistachio.
Oh, okay, right, yes. And Luke. I got a headphone in, so it's all good.
At least I went back a little.
I didn't even peek as much. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Do it one more time.
Oh, I'm Luke.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Nice. How are we all doing? How are we feeling?
Delicious.
You feeling delicious?
Yes.
Nice. Does someone want to see if they can confirm that?
Get over here. Get over here.
Nuts in my mouth again.
Well, if you have the sour sweats, you're probably delicious. That's probably true. But if you lick someone who is sweaty and sour, would you get the sour sweats?
Oh, here's the thing.
Well,
Would
they'd be salty and sour.
Is it sour
Or
would you
sweats?
get the meat sweats?
Transferable.
No.
Depends if you swallow, I think. Sour sweats are from licking. Meat sweats are from swallowing.
Horrible.
As 50 Cent once said, I'll melt in your mouth, girl, not in your hand. Anyway. Why don't we jump into a trivia
poet.
treat and see where this goes?
I've got it all prepared.
Okay, good.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you go.
Well-
In our last...
Welcome to this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
It's so tasty.
Okay, in the Forgotten Realms.
Wow, I didn't think that would get Jacob like that.
Because my brain was about to go, okay!
I thought about it too, and I was like, yeah, okay, someone did it. Great. I saw you sit up.
I was like, what?
There is an Underdark city known for its matriarchal society ruled by priestesses of the cruel spider goddess Lolth. What is the name of this city?
Minobaranzan?
That is correct.
What is it?
Minobaranzan.
It's
Branzian?
Menzoberranzan.
Menzoberranzan.
But I think you were close enough that I'll give it to you.
That's where...
Excuse me, I said it as well.
Yeah, they said
That's
it
where-
pretty much at the same time.
That's where Dritz is from.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a tiebreaker question.
I'm also
between the
pretty
two
sure
of them.
there's more than one city down there.
I mean, yeah, I think there's multiple. I think
Well, I
that's
mean,
the
you
famous one.
both went for the city that I had written down, so obviously we're on some kind of similar wavelength.
Can we get a tiebreaker question for them?
Okay, what color are my socks?
Gray and red.
No.
You're not wearing socks.
No.
They're pizza socks. No, they're burger socks.
They're burger socks.
Trick question. They're not your socks. They're my socks.
Also, that ruined the tiebreaker by you answering.
Now I'm in it, baby.
Okay, we need another question between the three of them now.
You guys can get in it too. Just answer the question.
Here we go.
What's on my shorts right
Palm trees.
Daelyn's in the fight too. Oh no, tiebreaker between the four of them.
Longest trivia that we can see.
now? What color is my earring?
Red.
Purple.
Black. It's black.
Daelyn wins. Comeback of the century, baby.
I was actually looking. I was like, "That's a really nice hoop. I want one like that." That's
It's new.
Well, there you go. Daelyn has won this episode.
Is that how trivia treats works?
through no actual intelligence or skill, I won trivia treats.
Just paying attention to humans around you.
Yeah, it's true. It's observation will get you, babies.
That was this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
Tasty.
I've just noticed your T-shirt.
The dogs.
So this,
Yeah,
my
fashion
mother got
music
me
there.
this,
It's
and it's
a music
it's a
stave
music
with-
stave with little dash sounds on it.
Can you
And
sing the tune?
Yeah.
yeah, da, 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 da,
Is that right?
dash sounds through the snow.
Dash down through the snow.
Yeah. Dachshund through the snow, however you'd like to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
Really cool.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Dachshund and Dachshund, are they two different
I
things?
think it's technically Dachshund, but I think a lot of
Yeah.
people say Dachshund.
I know in Australia it's Dachshund.
It's because I don't speak German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dachshund.
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 Dachshunds. That's why they get called doxies, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Who calls them
Weenies.
Doxies?
Weenies.
Aussies.
Little Wiener sausage. Oh, that's what we were looking up. We were looking up at because we were trying to figure out why it was called hot dog. Like who named them hot dogs? And my theory was that it's named after because they're little red sausages. I was like, they're named after like dog dicks because they're like little dog dicks. And it turns out that it was just the Germans when they came over with the bratwurst. They called them.
Look at the little hot dogs.
Little Dachshund. They named them after the doggies, so they became hot dogs.
I love the furry, like the ones with long hair.
What, hot dogs?
Yeah, there's the guy at English Bay.
Hey, shout out to the guy in English
Yeah, really
Bay.
good hot dogs.
Prices have gone up, but the hot dogs are fucking amazing.
He's added fur to them. Apparently.
All Alberta beef. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of
Hairy hot dogs.
Furry hot
hairy
dogs.
hot dogs, yeah. Yeah. So how hairy is your character's junk? Let's do that. That's the best way to.
I have no hair on me at all.
Okay, cool, good. No.
Turtle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Etterath's a werewolf. It changes.
Oh yeah.
Does it? Or is it just all hairy?
I mean, it's already pretty hairy, but then it gets like even more.
It's
Actually, dogs
Hairy
are
'cause it
less
was-
hairy, aren't they?
I don't know. I've never really inspected my. The one time I've paid close attention to my dog's dick was when we're at the beach with one of your friends, Luke, and she was like, "He's got a really big dick, doesn't he?" What the fuck is wrong with you? Can't remember. Yeah,
Who was
anyway,
it?
we don't need to
Oh,
dub
it was
them in.
Leah. It was Leah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It sounds like My Little Pony. So
Yes.
imagine a My Little Pony character saying,
Yeah. She's got a very, very particular kind of voice. Yeah. Speaking of doing voices, let's play some D&D.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you made your way to the vicious and dangerous Shadowlands, where you were pretty quickly attacked by a group of horrifying creatures.
"Oh my god, they're horrifying."
You managed to fight them off, but then were also attacked. Elfin was attacked by these piranha type fishes. You managed to also beat those away just as Force beat them with a stick as Force wandered off into the Shadowlands, which is where we're going to take off our session today.
You would see back on the ship, Captain Aureus behind the wheel. You would see Sorensen up with a looking glass. You see the shine of the looking glass as he kind of turns back to Captain Aureus. So Alpin kind of brushes the water and sand off himself. Fib, as you look back, the captain gives you like an okay signal overhead. You give him the horns.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's our signal.
God, he's so fucking sick. As you give him the horns, you look back at the rest of the crew here. You guys are safe and sound on the beach. You know that Force was looking very badly hurt, got a little bit of healing. He's wandered into the forest there. You would hear a shout from the captain. Is it safe to dock?
It is now.
Maybe.
Roger that!
Is
and
it?
The ship kind of... The anchor comes up, and they slowly start to drift the ship in towards you all. What would you all like to do?
We probably shouldn't let him.
These weren't here last time.
Last time.
These things?
These weren't here last time.
I don't know what these things are.
Go.
Right.
Go. Stop them.
Oh. Force! Force!
You would hear that, but you would be a little ways in at this point. Force, as you're walking in here, you're essentially walking through an Amazon rainforest that has been put through a very dark kind of color change, color saturation kind of change. You can see that there's each bit of bark, each leaf seems to be kind of rimmed with darkness. No, there's nothing. No, I can't put anything funny about rimmed. As you walk through, as you head on in, you would notice that to your left-hand side, the enormous stone wall seems to continue around in through the forest to the left-hand side, like it's surrounding the strange continent of Torthui.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna check something. If you can't find me, check the wall. I'm gonna go up to the wall, and you said like the forest goes like basically directly to the cliff face.
Yeah, you can see that there are the trees nearby the rock face there. Kind of you see the roots kind of split and hit the stone, and they seem to split out from the stone back upon themselves. The branches push up hard and continue to grow up and along. There are some vines, creeping vines, that go up the wall and kind of hang back off when they get too heavy. And as you look up, it is that sheer kind of ground vertigo when you look up at a huge building. And it just teeters. It seems to teeter and tip towards you as you look up.
Can I just touch the wall and see what that is? Does it feel like normal stone? Does it crumble? Is it?
You can make a nature check for me.
Okay. The first one is a 5. Second one is 5 plus 1, 6.
6. It seems to be plain old rock to you. It does seem to be segmented ever so slightly, like very roughly segmented. Like there are cracks that seem to wind all the way up to the top there. But as far as you can tell, it seems incredibly solid. Like as you place your hand on it, oddly smooth, rounded. It doesn't have jagged edges. Like if you were trying to climb up at rock climbing styles, there's no like finger holds or anything. They're all kind of rounded and curved.
And then before I go back to the beach, I'm going to give it a whack with my hammer.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an attack roll, please.
Natural 1.
Okay. Give it a whack with your hammer. As you give it a whack with your hammer, this is apt. As your hammer hits, you hear the sound of... When you look and your hammer has a crack. The head of it has a crack down the center. It doesn't reach all the way through, but it now has that odd jarring feeling, you know, when something's cracked or split a little bit.
I like that little bit of like a...
Yeah.
I'll just look at the hammer and be like, well, me and Michelle now have something in common.
You look up and the odd mists above it, again, the old sock-smelling mists, kind of seem to swirl and curve to the point above you and kind of twist a little bit and then just kind of settle again.
Why is everything so misty in this land? I wonder if there's... Anyway. Okay, I'll go back to the beach.
Excellent. As you trudge...
the rock face.
Yeah. As you guys kind of look into the forest, you would notice far off to the left-hand side, Force comes trudging down along the rock face there, kind of jumps down onto the beach there. You, Force, would see your ship running aground just to the right of where you guys had the fight there. And as the ship beaches itself and tilts off to the side there, what would you all like to do? You can see the crew jumping off, already beginning repairs. Aurea says, right, if we can stay here as little as possible, that would be great. Again, we're aiming for maybe a third of our ship up and running, and then we can make our way down there comfortably to Fianna. I don't much like sticking around here, but to your own devices, keep your eyes peeled.
How long is it going to take, Captain?
I don't know. It depends how many people are helping out. With our crew just working steadily, I'd say you could probably get a third of our ship's hull back up and running in about 4 hours if we work our asses off.
4 hours?
Yes.
That's fucking quick.
We work hard here, and we got a few tricks up our sleeves.
I'll say.
And
we'll
you
go
do see Sorensen with a peculiar little instrument. Looks to be almost like a replica of the Eiffel Tower in his hands, like a little tubular device. And as he kind of rotates the little sections, twists them back and forth, little things pop out the top there as he twists his kind of sonic screwdriver, his all-purpose tool, and begins doing mending on the ship there. As Liana and Broadback start to kind of get big timbers and start hammering them down and nailing them in.
I'll speak over to Sir Alpin. Sir Alpin, very good job there.
Thank you, sir.
So,
if you were to rate it out of 10, what would you give me?
Well, it got a little dodgy at the end there. You don't have to throw yourself.
Just a rating out of 10's all I asked, sir. I didn't ask for feedback. Please, I'd rather just get the blank score.
Right, well, we're sitting at a nice 7 right now.
A nice 7, right. Yes. Where could I have improved?
Just the aim was a bit off at some point.
Okay, don't need to rip me to shreds, sir. Just
throwing yourself in the water with all your armor on was where we shaved off most of the points. So
right. So I should be naked next time I come in the water.
Maybe, yes.
Right.
Anyways, can you just stick with old Fivers here and just do what he says and help him as much as you can?
I'll keep an eye on him.
And thank you.
No, I'll be keeping an eye on you, good sir, as per my lord's request.
We'll keep an eye on each other.
But I'll be keeping the most eye on Fivers here.
Right. I feel like I can trust both of you equally. All right. Off you go.
Oh, okay, sorry. Dismissed, I believe is the term.
Right.
Right, okay. Look, you
Me?
going wandering off into the forest when you're looking like that. You could trip over a log and knock yourself out.
I think.
Did you find anything?
You look like you've been dragged through the mud.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah, it's because I've taken 4 of them on to save all of you.
Well, not wrong there.
I think I ended up killing most of them.
Yeah, I didn't say I killed them. I said I took 4 of them on.
Well, maybe do you want to take this time to rest up, at least for a bit, and then we can all help the ship just so that you're ready in case anything else comes at us?
You mean you're on this land right next to Torthui and no one wants to go exploring? None of you are interested.
I mean, I'm fucking dying of curiosity, but I also don't want to put us more at risk.
Well, I mean, I can
derail the DM's campaign.
You rolled a teleporting storm. Whatever I had planned is gone now.
I mean, I can...
Beasties! They are beasties! And you can see Sir Alpin kind of jabbing out at Fluffy and Spike.
You see them start to like twirl around the thing and start to crawl up his arm and then place a single tentacle on his... And yeah, his expression goes blank for a moment. And then
that's only slightly concerning.
Peels Fluffy off.
To be honest.
Good sir. Well met.
There's a good man there now.
Yes.
Of course, I am curious, and I've always been curious about these lands.
I'm not gonna... No offense intended, but you don't look like you'd be handy with a tool in your hand. So why don't we go exploring?
You took the words out of my mouth.
There we go.
Must have been while you were kissing me.
Right.
Yes, break a nail or anything, right?
Well, okay, let's...
No, when you hammer things, you don't want to break the nails.
Right, that's how that works. Yeah, silly me.
Sorry, you're saying Agenar?
No, well, okay. Let's go wandering off, but let's do it in good shape. So who needs some healing? Yes.
Oh, I could do with some more, to be honest.
Right. Is anybody else in need of anything?
I'm not feeling too bad.
I'm good. My armor absorbed most of that. So.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
He did more damage to me than anybody else.
I mean, I can share things around. So.
It's all good.
Oh, okay. Just you then. All right. Okay, stand still. And I'm gonna cast. What are we gonna do? How bad does Foss look at this point?
He's standing upright. He's fine. Maybe a little crack shell here or there. A little bit tired wobble.
His eyes can't focus.
There's some blood. He's
losing a lot of blood.
Okay. We're doing Where the fuck it is it? Cure wounds at 3rd level then. Boop a doop boop boop.
Go ahead and roll your cure wounds at 3rd level. Safirith, the ring weighs heavy on your neck, and you would notice Quadina still aboard the kind of tipped over ship. She hasn't left, but she's just looking, just gazing out over the top of your head there. And she's kind of leaning out over the top of the railing, over the top of you, and she's got her tongue out.
Amazing.
How much healing?
18.
18. I thank your goddess in this word of Ashia's for that one. And I thank you for your generosity.
You're welcome.
Where Quadina's like aiming.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna look up at it in the general direction of it.
And you're going to finger it?
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've done it, but you know.
With the orb.
Yeah, you hear back. You need to cut your nails first. Before I'd even consider it. Dark forest behind you. Where have you gone off to? Where have you gone off to? Quadina, looking down, goes, I can't quite reach it. Sure looks tasty though.
I'll walk a little closer to the
You
ship.
walk a little closer, her eyes kind of focus and go cross-eyed, and she kind of leans out and goes, "Bleh," and she goes,
So what's it taste like?
licks it again.
Can I see anything where she licks
I was going to say,
Nope.
do you see like a tongue to press? Or
No, nothing. It's like she's just
Azorith's
licking air.
seen none of this thing. It's like, what the heck is she doing?
She licks it. As she licks it, she would reach into her wraps and pull something out and just nibble. And just kind of go, Oyer, Sevilla. That's where it's coming from. Tastes like scorn, like bitter, scornful resentment. A little bit of...
Sounds like it. Are you hungry for us?
I thought it was like a blueberry cone.
It worked up an appetite.
blueberry, raspberry, chocolate.
Chocolate scones.
Just like chocolate chips.
Yeah, like chocolate chip scones.
Like a hot cross bun, but with...
Yeah.
Like scone.
Yeah.
scone, yeah.
I've only ever had like plain and then like you put
Jam.
the thing in it.
Yeah.
Jam and cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devonshire tea.
Yeah.
Rotted cream.
Azorith sort of knowing like how scrying works, would sort of kind of put this together and what they said. And old friend watching you.
Yeah. My ex-girlfriend just can't leave me alone.
Hey, Quadina.
Yes.
And then Azorith would
Fancy
sort of look
another
up.
game of cards?
No, maybe another time. But is
Hold you to that.
there any other orbs?
Starts looking out over the ocean, glancing around. I see the one. Just the one. I think I can. And she reaches out. When she reaches out, you would watch as the tip of her finger kind of goes, boo, and she goes, ah, and pulls her finger out and goes, oh, that may have been a mistake. Kind of totters off back downstairs.
Oh, now they know where we are.
So that's the orb situation then.
Yeah, it is a scry.
Right.
Someone's keeping an eye on me.
Are they're talking to you?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
She doesn't seem to know where we are right now, but
Would she come for you?
no, I think she wants me to come to her. That's very much. She wouldn't get any satisfaction out of coming to me.
All right, so come on. I want to go explore. Let's go.
That was just a lot to digest for a second. We got 4 hours.
Fine, forest, let's go. And
Yes.
will just walk off into the forest.
Right.
Etterath, you coming?
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
going.
Captain, we're just going to survey the area around, make sure there's nothing else dangerous sneaking up on us?
Right, of course. Don't go too far. I'm not too comfortable sending anyone out to look for you. I can send fibbers with you, or I can, Sir Helpin, aren't you charged with looking after your lord or whatever the fuck there?
I thought he could help you with the ship if repairs.
The captain gives you a look. Says,
Thank you. Much appreciated. There's nothing I want more than a knight helping me mend my ship.
Perfect. Right, let's go.
so if I see those dastardly fish, I'll give them what for?
Yes, give him hell.
Naked, though.
Yes.
As you trudge off into the forest, what's your marching order as you trudge off into the forest? In what order are you heading off? Or are you kind of heading in a bunch, in a big old bunchy group?
Ever got any ideas?
You've been here before, no?
Been a while.
Yeah, what do you know about this place?
Not a lot good happens here, but it's quiet, it's secretive, it's relatively safe.
But like,
Not so much.
Is there anything here, or is it just wilderness?
No, it'll be mostly wilderness. About half an hour in, there'll be a old campsite.
Ooh.
What about this rock wall? Is it a wall? Is it a... I don't know. It looks like it's...
It's pretty hard. I hit it with my hammer.
It's
and it
part of
cracked
the
my
local
hammer.
architecture. I don't fucking know.
It cracked your hammer.
Yeah, apparently stone is harder than steel around here.
Oh,
I'm going to ask the kobold, see if he can do something to it when we get back.
right.
Maybe you should make a hammer out of that stone.
That's
a
what I
great
was
idea,
thinking.
to be honest.
Well, I mean, it can't go up
Surprisingly
forever.
effective.
Are you suggesting to climb?
Well,
I just look over at Azorith and smile. I'm like, no, I'm suggesting we fly.
Right.
And Safirith will cast polymorph and turn into a giant eagle.
Excellent. You turn into a giant eagle.
right. Well,
Okay. Do it.
do we want to look first, and then I'll come back and tell you whether it's worth turning into an eagle as well. I'll
Yeah,
go
sure.
up
Maybe
with
we'll have a look.
Safirith and we'll take a look around.
It's a hefty spell to use. So
Right. I'm gonna try and take off as well.
Excellent. Yeah. Go for it.
Come on.
What's-
Oh no.
what's Safirith's eagle look like?
That's an 8.
It's
We're going slow.
You go slow. You take
like
off
a
into the air.
It's like a black eagle with a gold kind of beak, and it looks like there's like almost like purple red tinging under the feathers.
Excellent. And what is your flight speed?
My flight speed is 80 feet.
3 feet. Excellent. You take off. Is anyone getting? Are you picking up anyone? Or are you just? Kind of,
If you could use the extra eyes, I guess I could go along.
excellent.
What
are you-
2 days I've rode 2 giant eagles. This is
What are you two doing? As Agenar looks to be moving like a quarter of the speed of Safirith Eagle.
Agenar, just come back down here.
Well, but they won't be able to. Well, okay.
It's safer for you down here with us.
Yeah, I just had a second thought as well. Were those things that we killed undead by any chance?
I don't fucking know what those things were.
Are they going to come back alive? Should we go burn those bodies while they check out what's going on up there?
Oh,
And maybe check them for things? Maybe I'll cut off one of their arms. They seem pretty good, to be honest.
I mean, how long will they take?
We didn't talk about it. They just went. So we'll find out.
I mean, we probably shouldn't.
Just holding on to my back.
We probably shouldn't leave. Probably shouldn't leave. They're expecting us back here.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Well, I guess we'll just wait then.
Do you have mending on you?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't believe I do.
As we cut away from that, you swoop up and you start to follow this all the way up. It's maybe 2 or 3 minutes before you break the tree line, the enormous tree line. And as you do,
Holy moly.
yeah, you look out over this enormous jungle in front of you. You can see that the upper side of it, even with the sun shining on it, the upper side of it is blackened, and you can see it's blackened all the way up until the border of Safirith. As you're flying out, you can see out over the top, you see the river that kind of curves down from Neodracht, the mountains of Neodracht down the border and along to the bay. Near Safirith there, down south, far south of Oyer. As you swoop up and up and up, you are heading towards the mists above you, and you are flying, and you are flying, and you are flying, and you hit the mists. And as you hit the mists, the sheer rock face continues up higher and higher and higher. As you swoop on up there, you start to feel the chill, Azorith. And you start to feel the very kind of telltale shortness of breath as you reach altitudes higher and higher and higher. What are you two doing as you continue to climb?
Can I see any? Does it look like there's any kind of like edge?
You can make a perception check for
to
me.
the rock,
Yeah.
or like a top.
Yeah.
8.
8. Not that you can tell. I mean, the mists are pretty thick here. They appear to be more like water vapor, like cloud-like up here. Not so much the mists that you found in Bocht there.
Yeah, and there's no like gappage between them. It's just a solid.
No, it is weird. It is a solid kind of rock face wall that is kind of almost polished. Not quite polished, but kind of soft edges, rounded edges. Like an Animal Crossing rock or a mountain sort of thing. As you swoop up further, Azorith, you start to feel cold and colder and slightly short of breath.
I'll pull out a rope and sort of wrap it around, and then the eagle's neck, and then wrap it around me.
Excellent. So if you pass out, you just be like, excellent.
And I'll just kind of hold tight to Safirith Eagle.
Excellent.
Just wait in a bit more.
Beautiful. Yeah. We cut back downstairs to you guys there. It's been probably around 10, maybe 15 minutes. Getting towards 20 minutes now. As you're standing there in this enormous kind of Amazonian-like jungle, you can hear the sound of the ship and the crew working away. And Agenar, you would notice just the shadows of the tree moving as if the sun is moving quickly, like the shadows are adjusting. Think the Vashtanarada from the library.
Mm-hmm.
The shadows are moving. Fucking great 2 episodes, both of those.
God, terrifying.
One of my favorites.
Such a nightmare.
I love it so much. Just the feels when he's like, I know you're not her.
Yeah.
Anyway. We here at Theatre of the Mind Flayer love Doctor Who. Our favorite doctor is David Tennant.
Lies. Matt Smith.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'd like to shout out Capaldi just because he has real good speeches.
I
He has real good monologues. Not saying he's my favorite doctor, but goddamn, does that man not have some fantastic monologues?
So shout out to the writers.
Which writers, though? That's controversial.
I don't know. Whoever was writing for Capaldi.
I mean, he also delivers it very well.
People got pissy when Moffat jumped in, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right. And back to remember
Is that what you wanted? Is that what you want?
I'm going documentary style.
Okay.
Social media, is that what you want?
So Etterath, do you remember
Force just farts. It's just like, Etterath, can you can't smell anything, can you? My dad used to do that and go, can you smell petrol? And you'd be like,
oh God.
Yeah.
Etterath, do you remember anything about moving shadows or strange trees, I suppose? I'm just, and Agnar's going to point out the shadows that are kind of behaving oddly around the trees.
These were never this bad.
Bad?
It would usually be sort of at night, just on the fire's edge, on the light's edge. There'd be something there, but
right,
not during the day.
Right. What does bad mean?
People would leave, not come back.
Oh,
Or they come back in bits, bags.
that's quite bad. Yes.
Maybe it's this land's version of the mists from Bocht.
Right.
Could be.
Should we tell them to come back now? If they're,
I'm sure they'll come back when they come back. Can you smell anything like different? Like, is it like use that sense of yours to see? Is it like, I don't know, ruins or?
Give me a sec.
Okay.
He pauses for a moment and he tenses all his muscles and sort of he opens his eyes again and they're glowing that sort of deeper amber.
Nice.
And I'm gonna give a sniff.
Give me a listen sniff check.
Listen sniff. Give me a listen sniff. Listen sniff.
At disadvantage, but also
at advantage.
Excellent.
So just as a neutral.
So you're just listening.
So I'm just listening. I'm sniffing and I'm listening and I'm sniffing and I'm trying to wait for the app to load.
I have a much better
12.
perception as an eagle than I do.
What'd you get?
12.
12. What were you looking for? You took so long, I completely forgot.
If there
Are you
is
sniffing and listening? Yeah.
sniffing and listening to see if there is a large noticeable of like if I can smell that there might be something lurking or like
You would be
or
able,
like how animals just sort of know when the vibe's off.
You would be able to sniff. You would smell decay. You would smell bodily decay from somewhere in the Shadowlands. A lot of body decay. It is that slightly sweet rotting smell of flesh, and you swear you could kind of smell it on the breath of the creature that was trying to suck onto you.
Smells like death.
Oh,
Like not like recent. Should we go check, see if we can find some bodies?
Semi-fresh, in the sense of maybe been here for a bit, but not quite gone.
It's not too far from where you said there should be like a camp, around 20 or so minutes away.
I have a feeling I might know where it is.
Right. Well, we can go check it out now. We can wait for them.
Gonna give a loud whistle up into the sky.
Yeah, loud whistle.
I mean, I could talk to
That might be, yeah.
Well, then just tell them to meet us north at the camp.
north at the camp.
Yeah.
Continue along just the side here. They'll see a clearing.
Right. Okay. I'm going to cast Sending.
Nice.
Let me check. That's third. Yes, third level. Where? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be to Azorith. Because you're in regular form. Okay. Hi, Azorith. We're heading north to the camp. Follow the wall up that way and meet us there. Also, the shadows are bad.
Rotting corpses.
Smells death.
Yeah, so I guess as we're ascending, we still are in the mist.
Yeah. You would get this message. You're replying to this message. If you could reply, and when I gesture, you are cut off by something that you see.
Okay. I would say, right, follow the wall up to the camp north. Avoid shadows. Smells like undeath. Seems pretty straightforward. I don't think we...
At that point, you breach the top of this jagged, after flying for almost 20 minutes. As you breach the top, the mists kind of, you can dip over and see just under the mist. These mists gather around the entire top section like a bowl. And as you look down, these cliffs slant down, kind of sweep down the thousands and thousands and thousands of feet into what looks to be almost like a bowl of a community. You can see glowing lights. You can see enormous, beautiful crystalline buildings. You can see things flying and fluttering around. You can see
almost flying airships floating around this community here. And as you come over the top there and look down into the bowl, you would see 2 hands over the top of the wall. And much like the Titan, the colossal Titan at the beginning of Attack on Titan, this face that you would be in your giant bird form, roughly the size of its eyeball, lifts itself up and over. This enormous, from what you can see, it is warped to you. You can see every pore on its face there. It appears to be almost like a dull, pale green kind of look to it. You would see it has these bright, almost golden eyes, these amber-like hairs, almost like the Traveler, Mercer's the Traveler. This beautiful, long locks of amber hair as it reaches up over the top there. That's what you hear from Azorith. What do you guys do?
I knew I should have got on the eagle.
All 3 healers are down here.
As the face rises up, there is like Safirith definitely panics a little bit, like does the reflexive like push back.
Yeah.
The rescuer's golden eagle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then just
Yeah. What are you doing?
Attack it.
hovers.
And enormous hands just coming towards you.
Oh, it's like, I
Yeah.
thought it was holding the
It
edge
is,
of the
and
rock.
as you hover, enormous hand comes out to you.
Does it look like it's gonna grab?
It's trying to grab you. Yeah. It is
Okay.
incredibly slow as it moves.
Yeah, I'll fly back away.
Excellent.
Back down.
As you fly back
Or
away,
should I try and fly over its shoulder?
as you fly back away, it goes to grab you, and you're kind of buffeted by the edge of its hand. You're essentially about an inch tall in regards to a human hand, and it kind of it hits you with its hand trying to grab you clumsily. You glance off to the side. You are going to take.
You could take it. Go on.
We'll take that then. 10. What am I looking at here? 10.
You want me to fly into the hand?
When we see giant Titan god things coming towards us, we run.
I feel like if I landed on its hand, it would just crush me. Maybe not, but I have a feeling this is meant to get rid of anything that's coming in.
45 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, yeah, that's all my hit points as a giant eagle.
You both start to fall on the other side. As you fall, the large rock wall beside you, you can see as it kind of reaches down trying to grab you, and right as you fall, it kind of stops and misses, and you continue to fall.
Are we still attached by rope?
You are. The rope is around Safirith's neck and around your waist.
About the fucking hanger.
Yeah.
So
what would
it's
you like to do?
Loose?
Yeah.
I'll I'll cast polymorph on myself.
Excellent. What do you turn into?
A crocodile. I'm kidding.
Key fish.
And we'll see you next week.
He's going to drill us into the ground.
Yeah, no, it's going to be into a giant eagle.
I'm picturing like Emperor's New Groove when he just keeps taking the potions.
And you see, sort of as Azorith is falling, he grabs onto the rope. He just tightens around it, and then the black. No, like he tightens not around you. And sort of just like shadows like surge into him, and he just poofs into a dark eagle with pitch black feathers, and the tips of his tail are just a little dark blue. It's like a little navy midnight blue, and he swoops.
I guess I'm just fucking holding on.
He swoops as like he sort of like free falls
Holding
a bit
onto the
before
rope,
he
swinging underneath.
Yeah,
he free falls, so it's we naturally kind of come to each other, and then
yeah. As you do, you kind of catch Safirith and kind of continue to kind of
just nose dive
out of the way.
to
Yeah,
get out of the.
those of you
mist.
down bottom would have sent that. You would have heard Azorith cut off, and you, Bias, this completely stoic rock wall would just go
and just rock ever so slightly.
Something's happening up there.
As you dive bomb.
Azorith was talking and then he stopped and then that happened. So,
I'm going to go knock on the wall. Hello?
Nothing. You look up in the air and you swear you see as these guys burst through the mists that are thousands of feet above you. You see a little speck that you kind of can't tell whether it's falling or flying or what, but that's the direction that they left. And that's the direction they look like they're coming down in the next handful of minutes.
Well, coming down, I guess we should meet him where we said we're going to meet him.
They'll be fine.
I think that's them. I don't know, I could be tired.
it's hard to tell from here. I mean,
Yeah. But what did they say? What did he say? What did
they said yes, we'll meet you north and confirmed that shadows are dangerous and smells like death. So
What's good to know?
right, yeah. I mean, he just sort of
Did he just
repeated
run
what
out of
I said
words?
back to me. Didn't provide any new
Only
information.
get so many words. Maybe he just ran out of words.
Well, he could be. He sounded like he was going to say something else, but
Maybe it is like the Mr. Buck that fucks with magics and stuff. So maybe
could be.
he just lost connection.
Right. Yes, like went out of range. Well, yes, I mean, that's the last word we had said, meet north, so they won't be expecting us back to where we were. So, yes, we should.
Come on, this way.
Okay. So you trek on north. As you trek on north, winding through the forests here, as you step on the shadows kind of flex a little bit, then kind of pull up your feet a little bit, and then drop back down.
Well, that's new.
Like you're stepping in a puddle.
I don't like that very much. I'm going to cast light.
Blight?
Light.
Oh, okay.
Light.
I was like, what? Excellent. You cast light out. It's curious. As you cast light out, rather than the shadows disappearing, they just look like black splotches on everything. Like the light, even though you're casting light, there are shadows from your light that spill against the trees beyond. But the shadows under your feet and the shadows around are still there, and they kind of crawl ever so slightly.
Oh, I don't like that. You
Almost like ferrous metal. They have that the metallic metal that when you put a magnet near it, it kind of lifts up. That kind of feel to it.
I'm going to try shooing them again. Shoo.
Cover your
Cast
ears quick.
word of radio.
Cover your ears quick.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to flick the coin of screaming in the air.
So you flip the coin of screaming in the air. A huge noise comes out from it. Ow! As that comes out,
Do I notice anything happen?
con saving throws with advantage.
Would we hear it? Is it that loud?
300 feet. Is
Oh,
it?
that's a D6.
19.
19's a save, I believe.
Yes, DC 14.
DC 14.
Oh, 14.
Excellent. You save.
Yeah.
And then 16. Check
You have a flat roll, yeah.
Well, that one was whatever that one was. I failed.
I failed. Excellent. Force, you are deafened now for a minute.
But do I notice anything about the shadows?
You would watch as is that thunder or is that just pure?
It doesn't say.
As this scream kind of ruins the quiet, as the disquiet kind of spreads, you will watch as they do ripple. They don't disappear anything, but they do ripple as if the noise has disturbed them, and they don't seem to be reaching for you anymore.
Well, that's interesting. Did you see what happened there? I think I went deaf. What? Yeah, okay.
You just let them know where we are.
Yeah. Let's just keep walking. I'll let you know when I can hear shit again.
You would hear like this very distant as you're dive bombing, just this. What I imagine our neighbors hear many times a night. As you're dive bombing, you see the forest below you as you're rocketing towards there.
I'll sort of come out of the dive just at the top of the canopy of the
As you
forest.
come out of the dive to the top of the canopy, you would notice, Safirith, that as you swoop across the top of the canopy, the shadows kind of float across and try and, like that ferrous metal, they kind of reach for the form of Azorith as he flies over the top there. They don't grab, but there just seems to be like a
Gravitational.
gravitational pull towards. Yeah.
you guys would hear the of the wings very, very high up above you, and you would kind of detect that possibly your friends are above. It's at this point that you would be approaching Etterath, what you would know to be one of the kind of dedicated camps in this area. And as you approach it, the smell of death is strong. You approach what looks to be a very modest kind of campfire, like rimmed with rocks, stones. You would see that there are bedrolls strewn about, no actual tents, but bedrolls strewn about, and bodies, about half a dozen bodies.
How fresh.
You want to go over and check one?
Yeah.
You can go over and make a survival or a medicine check. It's up to you.
Take the cleric with you to help you out.
No, that's not a D20. This is a D20.
Yeah, Gar is gonna sort of trot around.
Natural Juan.
Oh.
With a natural 1.
There's someone named Juan around here?
No, my best friend, Juan.
You lean down to look at this body in particular, and you kind of slip a little bit, and your hand goes into its ribcage. As it goes into its ribcage,
That's disgusting.
you pull your hand out, and like drips of shadow kind of, rather than blood, drips of shadow come off your hand.
That's not good.
And a little bit of it just stays.
No, that's different.
That's quite not good.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Is it coming off?
Still there.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Maybe try healing hand stuff.
Or wait. I was. Why don't I try it on? Let me try. In the name of Brigantia, shoo! And
I'd start walking away.
with that, I'm going to cast Word of Radiance on
my hand.
not on him, on the shadow.
It's not a creature.
Okay.
Maybe do it on the body.
Right. Well, that didn't work. So
As your light bursts out.
Okay. Well, we could try.
You bring it close to your face?
Oh.
Okay.
Like not like. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't dog sniff the butt kind of course. No, okay.
Excellent.
Without.
Non-full werewolf.
You guys can break the tree line not too far from you.
Out,
So you wish.
sort of dive through,
Yeah.
like
Wait,
closing the wings.
weren't they different when they left?
Land on the ground there amidst all these bodies. You would notice that at the very edge of the forest of the landing here, that there is slight creeping of shadows.
As Eagle Azorith lands and Safirith sort of comes off his back. Yeah, I'm just going to drop Polymorph. Well, shit.
Oh
Did
my
you-
god.
Say anything good?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would love it.
What'd you see?
Let's just say thank God you can't fly.
There's like a whole city behind that. It's a wall. It is a wall. It's
I fucking
protecting
knew
something. And there was this like giant thing. It tried to swat us out of the sky.
As you start to describe it, you watch as the shadows snake very, very quickly towards Safirith.
I hit the ground with my hammer.
Stop.
You hit the ground with a hammer. They kind of scatter a little bit, and they kind of stop and wave in the one area there.
Oh, anyone seen cleric? Have you seen anything like this on death?
Have I seen anything like this?
You can roll whatever.
Shadowy.
Stop talking.
Would I be able to help Agenar just with my knowledge of shadows, like what I have going on?
You want to make a shadow knowledge check?
Yeah, hell yeah.
With his excellent knowledge.
I'm just
What check are you making?
Into knowledge of shadow.
I'm going to insert a flashback of you a few episodes ago saying, I don't know what this thing is. It's just shadows. It just happened.
I think I want to make like
but I mean just like the feeling that I'm getting. Of course.
I want to make like a religion check into anything that would be like the opposite of Brigantia in the sense of her being goddess of light and thing, and like gods of
proficient in
shadows.
religion?
No,
I
so
am, but
wouldn't
I
help.
can aid you because I would just talk to you about my god and what I know about my god.
Orin.
Aaron, the god of life and death, like he's got a little bit of thing with maybe there's a death
Answer's
trying to get
no,
life.
Michael. The answer's no, evidently.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
Take it.
Okay. And do you know of any other ones that have
Oh, I got a list.
beef against
Beef.
gods of light and life?
I mean, if beef against yes. So there's Sylvanus, who is probably his friend. Morrigan, just likes death, I would think.
Right. That's a possible suspect.
All right.
Sorry,
It's not really what it says on the.
Sorry,
on
you
the,
said you are proficient
on the
in,
deity
right?
list here.
Goddess of battle, probably likes a lot of death.
That battle is not death.
Some might argue otherwise. Brigantia, you know that
You
one.
can't.
Luke, goddess of commerce and trade. They
Just listing them off.
I make notes. You said do it. You said role play it.
I did. It's just funny what your Morrigan.
Right.
So go ahead and roll your check, please. Just listing them off. That's good.
That is a 23, I believe. Let me just double check. +4. Yes, 23.
23. With a 23, especially what you've learnt about Bokt defense of places, and when Safirith started running her fucking mouth about this place, the shadows really darted towards her. You're not sure about any. You're not sure about any particular gods. Indeed, Orin, life and death. Balinus, god of light, probably not. Dunatus, that's right. The god of mountains and peaks comes to mind. You're right that
Good ear.
that Morrigan might be along those lines, goddess of battle. But the way that this is behaving, religion-wise, and the way that you've watched Azorith work with shadows and arcana, in particular shadows and arcana, Mathanwe, the god of magic and knowledge, seems to spring to life.
Right. I mean, this does remind me a bit of what you've got going on, to be honest. And
Does it? Because I have no fucking idea.
well, I mean,
It's true.
I think it is quite similar to
Self-professed.
the Bokt situation. A sort of
I think this is
protective
all to protect
thing.
something.
And Mahachwini comes to mind as
Okay. So
as a god of magic and other things that the DMs just said.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Knowledge
Literally
is power.
30 seconds ago. Yeah.
magic and shadows.
No.
Shadows is
No,
magic,
again, no.
magic
and knowledge.
Fucking hell.
Just the way the shadows are behaving, so to speak.
Okay, well, if it's defending against something, it's coming at us, so we must be getting close to something. You say you got attacked by something. Maybe we should get out of here quick. Or we keep going and see what we can discover, because I'm honestly know what I'm leaning towards.
Safirith just nods without saying anything.
Etterath, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh.
Sure can do there,
fucking-
bucko.
Oh.
I have disadvantage on saves. Yeah, no, that was real depressing. Oh, wait, what's your charisma right now? Because I'm standing right fucking beside you.
Oh, if you're standing next to me, you get plus shit.
Yeah. No, plus whatever your charisma is currently.
My charisma. Oh, my charisma.
Yeah, 'cause that one got
buffed. Plus 6.
+6.
No, but you also get something next to me. Yeah, plus 6. Whatever. Keep going.
Yeah, +6. So that is 18.
With an 18, you feel very, very hungry.
Hungry.
And those bodies on the ground look kind of tasty, but not as tasty as those fresh ones standing around you. You managed to shake that feeling a little bit.
It's just discord and wine.
Right, are we leaving?
I'm just going to wrap
Or-
up my hand.
Okay.
You're going to... I should look at that first.
That's all good.
Oh, I'm gonna on a body next to me. I'm just gonna grab it and cast lay on hands.
Oh, no.
On one of the bodies?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I get a 5 HP. I don't know whether. Yeah, 5.
It's unfortunately completely deceased, but as you grab it, looking at it,
Yeah, I just want to see what the shadows do.
yeah, as you cast Lay on Hands, as you pump a Lay on Hands, the shadows dissipate over certain parts of the body, and as they kind of scurry and move, you would see what look like kind of teeth marks on the bone. And as you kind of look at the skull of this one, you could see that its teeth are kind of cracked. You could see little bits of matter stuck in their teeth, like it has been trying to bite or eat something.
Well, someone's hungry on this thing. It could have been himself. I think something made him eat himself.
You think this stuff is it's corrupting whoever it can get its hands on? Because
I look at you. Do you look hungry?
How are you feeling?
Feel fine.
Are you sure? Just started throwing shit around.
Right. Are we leaving? Yes, we're leaving. Or
I
are
don't
we
want to deal with
going
that,
on?
with what's
What
up
are we
there, and I don't
doing?
want to deal with what's down here. So.
All right, I'll make you a deal. If we leave and I can sleep, we can come back. I promise I will sleep.
The ship is going to be ready to sail in about 4 hours.
Wherever we want it to go. And if we
So
want to
about
stay
3
here,
hours.
then we can stay here.
That's true. I mean, I'm for that, because then I can look at you and figure out what that black spot is.
It's just a black spot. Pirates get them all the time.
And they're not a
And
good
then don't
thing.
they die?
I'm eating my citrus.
I'm keeping an eye on them. I'm keeping an eye on the ground to see if anything's coming at us.
They don't seem to be coming at you at all. When Azorith was like, I don't want to deal with what's up there, they kind of moved a little bit towards him, then stopped.
When he said, I don't want to deal with what's up there.
Yes?
Right.
What do you... Yes, hello?
You didn't see it, Force. It was...
Maybe
What?
Maybe that's a conversation for a different time.
Okay, let's go back to the beach.
Yes, and stay away. So stay away, Shadow.
Do me a favor. Say up there. And I have my hammer ready.
I'll do you one better.
Okay?
A seemingly giant guardian.
The shadows whip at Azorith there. Why the fuck isn't this working?
And hit the ground again.
You hit the ground. As you hit the ground, make an attack roll for me. I need a
hope it's not a
saving throw
natural
from
one.
you, Azorith, as the shadows whip up your
That's an-
leg.
Which kind of saving throw?
That is a 9.
Maybe a wisdom, because they
If
made
you're,
me do
you're
a
next to me, so you get a
wisdom.
+6. And you get a plus.
Oh, yeah, and you get +2 for me, so +8.
Give me that. Give me that. Jake, what am I rolling? +6 and a
There we go.
+8. Do I have any fucking roll?
Total +8.
Oh,
Total
+8.
+8.
I rolled a 14 to hit attack.
Nope.
Even with +8?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I'm just gonna wait till I know what I'm at. And
I think you said wisdom.
He said
is it wisdom?
I'm assuming wisdom because that's what they made me save. Oh man, there was already something in here that was going, eat all your friends, eat all your friends. Now it's just going to be
Yeah, it's much better. There we go. Excellent.
Now it's just going to get shadow
One
buffed.
first. So, Constitution saving throw, not a wisdom saving throw.
better.
Yeah.
34 for a natural 20.
What?
With a natural 20.
Excellent.
I have +6,
God damn.
+8,
The
natural
shadows curl up your body and they seem to gather your shadows as well, and they whip across your mouth for a second. And for a second, you guys see his mouth is almost wiped away, Neo style in the first Matrix, but you managed to burst out. Force, what did you get?
I rolled a 14 to attack.
14, excellent. You hit the shadows there. They do scatter and kind of pull around your hammer for a second and kind of slink off. If you want to go ahead and roll your damage real quick.
I was two-handing it. It was a two-hander. So where's my 10? I'll roll Safirith's 10. That is a 5 plus a 2, 10. 12. 7.
12, excellent.
7.
Some of the shadows kind of dissipate, but they're now kind of wrapped around Azorith there. And Azorith, you just like,
They're on me?
yes.
I'm going to grab his mouth and put my last bit of lay on hands, pump him into him.
Into his mouth. Yeah. As you do, the shadows kind of curl back off you. They're still kind of attached to your leg there, but they've kind of stopped.
Maybe just shut up.
Okay, we should go. We should really go.
Do we want to go back to the ship or do we want to keep going? There's several encampments throughout this.
I want to keep going, but I should probably sleep first so I can actually be useful against shit that I can't hit.
I'm pretty tapped out too, so I
Back
think
to the ship.
We're running away, shadows. We don't know what's going on. We're leaving.
Oh, you talk to the shadows like a fucking maniac.
Do the shadows do anything?
Nope. They
No.
stay exactly where they are.
Good.
Worth a try.
Back away.
You back away. As you back away from the encampment, leaving the bodies behind, you step into the shadows, but they become that kind of like pool-like substance as you kind of step on them. They don't seem to harass you. Azorith, as you're walking away from this area, every step the shadows kind of tear a little bit away from you, like you're leaving them behind. Yeah. Excellent. As these kind of ferrous, alive shadows kind of stay behind, you trudge your way back through the forest area. You can see through the clearing as you step out, you can see your ship being worked away at still a handful of hours before it's in ship ready order.
2.5 hours, yeah.
Yeah. You can see that
You can see that everyone's down off the ship. There are a couple of tents set up just for kind of chilling out in. You can see that while they're working away at the timbers, you do detect that Cordina is kind of walking on an angle, just up and down the deck there, muttering. You can kind of just hear her from down where you are. As you step up, Captain Aurea says, "Right, so how'd you go? Any luck? Nothing dangerous out there?"
I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. What we saw, they probably saw, what? Now you can tell us. What'd you see?
I kind of look over my shoulder if there's
Does
any shadows
Azorith
around.
still have any shadows on him?
Doesn't seem to.
I check the bottom of my boots just to make sure.
That says Andy.
Wait, we should check.
I can have your hand.
Undo your
We're all
hand.
in a
There's
simulation.
a bandage on it.
Take off the bandage.
He's coming.
The little spot seems to be gone as you're on the beach.
It's gone.
Just
Nothing to worry about.
really,
Okay.
I'm gonna just be really quiet and like try and whisper. And
Is,
see if
is one of the dead bodies around us, or have they been moved?
They're still kind of laying about there, yeah.
Step away from the dead body just in case.
Okay. There's like a city. There's a whole city behind the wall. It was like crystal and glowing, and there were things.
Or airships.
There were airships. There were things flying, and then this giant like rose up from behind the wall. And it tried to grab us. Like I was the size of its eye, barely, as an eagle. It was massive, and it tried to grab us, and I had to drop. It hit me, and lucky Azorith.
Hit it pretty hard too.
Yeah.
Was it a giant human? Was it a
Seemed
giant rock construct thing?
Human-esque, but it was like green
A green giant human.
with like big, like golden hair. It was really beautiful.
Golden eye.
Golden eyes. Oh, was it like red hair? Yeah, okay. Golden eyes and like reddish hair. Did it have an expression on its face, or was it just
It was
very...
so big that perspective-wise, you probably couldn't tell.
Yeah.
You know, in animes or cartoons, like the cartoons are drawn, and when they do the very over-detailed kind of pictures, just because they're so ridiculous and they're just still matte images, that's essentially what you saw.
But I think it was protecting that. I think maybe all of this is to protect that city,
Ooh.
Do
everything.
you think the shadows are fighting against the giant?
No, I think
The giant is
it's coming.
I think it's fighting full.
coming from that place. I mean, anytime either of us when we mentioned it, the shadows came for us, right? It wants to stop any spread of
why
people.
does no one know what these islands,
But
what this
if-
continent really is?
If the shadows
protecting
are to do with magic and knowledge, maybe it was coming after your knowledge of
Yeah, that's
whatever's
fair.
there.
Hard to prevent the spread of it.
If
Does-
everyone
it
is
safe.
dead,
Right.
Keep the knowledge
Does
safe.
the
if everything that
DMs
sees it,
does the description of the giant
Uh-huh.
ring any bells?
You can make whatever check you wish to make.
Well, given that we're dealing with gods and whatnot, another religion check.
I'll be I'll be butting heads with you as well. I was like, we don't, not the giants, I don't think the goddess of battle probably has some giants, it'd be good at fighting.
It's possible,
but
yes.
I mean, what better protection
So
than
we-
a continent
is
that
this
everyone disappears when they
helping?
come to it?
And,
Yeah.
travel and commerce, maybe carry goods faster if the giants.
Heck yeah. That's another 23. 23.
23?
It's possible.
But to create giants, are they natural magic?
This doesn't... The sheer size of it makes you think that maybe it's not a giant. Physically, it's giant, but it's bigger than any giant you've ever heard of.
It's just created magically.
The description of it does not match any creature you've heard of before.
What about gods?
It would... We're getting there.
Did he
It
look
would...
like a peeroop?
It would ring a bell in regards to... Oh, is it?
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. It would ring a bell in regards to possibly the stories of the old gods feuding with the new gods and the old gods being wiped out. And both sides using ridiculous means to kind of fight with one another. Titans, champions of gods, perhaps a god itself, but it doesn't ring a bell as in regards to your current pantheon of gods. It doesn't ring a bell as in regards to any of those. Possibly the old gods, but you may need to go find somewhere to look into it a bit more. That's what it kind of sings true to, the old gods, which isn't really taught or talked about. Just the idea that the current pantheon of gods a very long time ago ousted the previous gods.
Well,
And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to oust this current pantheon of gods. I'm going to become a new one.
And start another one of those. Well, yes. Well, for those of you not versed in it, I think it's possibly an older something from the gods before these gods, our gods. It could be a god, an old god, or it could be an old god's champion or something. So it could be at war with these shadows. The shadows might be seeking some way to defeat whatever's hidden behind that wall.
If it's an old god, maybe it's a god that no one has ever heard of, and it's been able to keep its secret up until this point.
Oh, right, and doesn't want to be
because no one knows anything about these lands.
rediscovered.
Well, because gods, they're powered by belief, correct? Like they give power to those that believe in them, but they also become more powerful because people have faith in them.
Right.
What if?
So that's why you want a following by force.
What if it's not trying to keep things out, but trying to keep whatever that is in?
Well, they seem
prevented from getting out.
If
to
I
get
lived there, I don't
stronger.
think I'd want to leave.
Was the thing that attacked you trying to get out? Could it have gotten out?
Well, it sort of, as we entered the mist clouds again, it sort of did not pursue us, so
I feel like, if it really
wanted to, I think it could just step over that wall instantly.
Yeah, but it didn't. So there must be something that keeps it there, something that controls it. I mean, if it was a champion of a god, then maybe there's a god in there somewhere.
Probably something like the dragon turtle not being able to leave the maelstrom.
I need to get in there.
I think we might need to
be level 20.
I think this place is whatever it is.
And you might get there quicker.
Guess, give me.
Whatever this is, it's been hiding here for a really long time, and it's been crafting this defense for.
Etterath, last time you were here, you were saying it wasn't the spell with the shadows. Did the shadows do anything last time?
Murdered those that got too far away.
From
little pockets of.
And we were at one of those just then, eh?
That was one of the smaller ones, not one of the big ones. There's also caves. We had cave systems that led into there. They wanted something in there. We didn't know what. A lot of good men died underneath.
Why were you
looks up to the big cliff underneath?
Were you trying to get in?
Yeah, why were you here?
Oh, they didn't tell you?
No.
Who brought you here?
The captain.
Ferried, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, it's
Are you a part of the crew at this point, or part of the ferried?
By the time I got here, part of the cargo.
I see.
So he was trying to get into that city.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
he did a bunch of shitty things, but I don't think he's that stupid.
So in response to your question, Captain, yeah, we found quite a lot of things.
I don't get the trail off there.
Right. I'm going to keep fixing the ship here. I don't feel like it's in our best interest to stick around. But again, we're at your beck and call here. We're not too far away from fixing the ship. We've set up a few little tents for you to chill out in. Fibbers and Sir Alpin have been working together, setting up the tents there. I've found if you say to one of them, I think you could put up the best tent, the other one gets all hoity and starts to try and put up the best tent. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to form some sort of coupling?
Some sort of coupling?
Yeah,
are they going to dock together?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Oh, they're going to hate fuck.
I don't think so. As far as I can tell, Sir Alpin is very single-minded, focused. Not 100% sure if he's ever encountered a booty hole. And
he has one goal.
He has one goal. I think he gets his nut protecting people. What would
you guys like to do? At this point, it is around, midday, mid-afternoon, early.
Shall we have lunch?
You hungry?
Yes.
I mean, it's about that time of day.
I could eat.
All right.
You fucking look at me like there's some insinuation. Of
I'm gonna
hunger.
check the bodies that we left. I want to do some check to see if they're. I want to do maybe a religion check to see if they're undead or nature. Which one would be better? What's your name? Agenar, come here. Come with me a second, please.
Okay.
Let's check these bodies. Let's make sure that they're gonna stay down.
Right.
If they came out of that.
Yes, not going to come back or have that that shadow stuff inside them.
Yeah, reignite the passion for flesh.
Ooh.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll a religion check for me, or whatever you wish to force.
Do a religion at disadvantage, or do I get advantage?
Flat roll, because she's helping.
Well, that's 12.
12. Excellent. With a 12, looking at them, they don't seem to be coming back alive anytime soon, much like the bodies on the ground there that were being kind of just swarmed by the shadows. They seem completely still, even after touching them, kicking them, nudging them. They're completely warped.
They look okay. I might try just a more general check of the area. I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Yeah, go for it. As this is happening, Force, no one's bedding down. You're chilling out for the rest of the time here.
Well, we're only having lunch, right? We're not like sleeping 8-hour rest.
I mean, that's up to you.
Is it? It's like the middle of the day still.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were to sleep now, you'd be awake. You'd wake up around twilight or so.
Yeah.
As long as they.
No, with it.
I'm gonna pull out my sketchbook and try and sketch as much as
What you got? Yeah.
what I can remember
Absolutely.
of the face.
Beautiful.
I'll sort
Agenar?
of be watching just to see how.
Yeah.
Just over his shoulder.
Yes, well, I just cast Detect Good and Evil,
Yeah.
which tells me 30 feet from me. I know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, where the creature is located.
Yeah. If 30 feet from you, you detect nothing of the sort that would be out of order.
Okay. Yep. Well, yes, everything seems fine. I don't think there's anything odd about.
What do you think? Burn the bodies then, just in case.
Well, yes, and it would be a sort of burial, which is always nice. So, yes.
Flamey people, can you create fire over here, please?
Flamey people.
I think he's talking
The magic users that can create fire with the
Sure.
death.
I
Yeah.
can create fire, but it's pretty
You can't
explosive.
do it.
Sort of the nuclear option.
Yeah, I mean, I can start a fire, but
Yeah, that's what we need. Burn these bodies.
I'll just add are there like any piles of driftwood or anything
Yeah, any-
like
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Yeah.
All
I'll just-
around
They
gathering.
Yeah, you can set up a small kind
Yeah.
of fire pit. Yeah.
I'll aim a firebolt at a
You
pile
set
of
fire
driftwood.
to the bodies, no problem there. As the crew kind of watch you.
I guess we need to.
So as
Oh,
you
thanks, Etterath. That looks tasty.
as you
I haven't
start
cooked it yet.
Fishing.
as you start setting fire to these bodies, as you rest up over the lunch kind of break, the 2, 3, 4 p.m. The bodies burning away, the crew hammering away at the ship here. We will leave our session with Cordina walking back and forth on the deck. She kind of looks down. You would see something in her hand. She kind of takes a bite of, kind of chewing it. And she's kind of talking to herself. Yes, I'm very good. Looks down at you, Safirith, and just says, very charming. I can see why. Yes, I can see why you fell for her. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thanks for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer.